My name is DJ Damage. My son's name is Legend. He's 6 years old and he loves to beatbox. Well, you know, when I first was thinking about fatherhood, I wanted to be married and, you know, have my life put together and, you know, have the big job and all that. So I really didn't have a lot of forethought on being a father. I know I never really had one in my life, so I was trying to do everything like, you know, the right way. Being that my father was not around, have I forgiven my father? I don't even care enough to not forgive him, so I never really put too much thought into not liking him or having a grudge against him. Like I never was like, oh, I wish he was here. It just was never a thing. My uncles and our family, we would do these days where all the girls would go with my aunts and all the boys in the family would go with my uncles. And that was a sense of kind of like some male bonding there. I thought that was really dope. Like I always remember those times. Then I went to boarding school and we had like RAs that were guys, and I guess you could look at them as father figures because they really cared about your well-being and gave a lot of big brother advice. Prior to being a dad, I was finished college. I had a job in the radio and I kind of was just like, you know, DJing clubs and doing a lot of events and stuff. So I kind of was like out there a little bit, having fun, you know, moving and shaking. So yeah, I kind of was just, you know, living my regular 22-year-old life. When I first learned I was gonna be a father, I was very surprised. I was nervous. I was scared because, of course, I did not plan for this. So I was shocked. My heart was beating. All those scary emotions I had when I first found out I was gonna be a dad. I think I was somewhat ready to be a dad because the foundation everybody wants to have before they have kids, I did have in a way. You know, I had my own place, I was making my own money, I was done school. So I feel like to some degree I was ready, and to some degree I did not want to have a child that young, but I was kind of happy because I knew I was going to have a closer bond with my son because we were closer in age. When you have a child, it's like the most selfless thing you can do. And I knew at this time when I was having a kid, I was still like trying to develop and build myself. So I was afraid because I'm like, if I'm still trying to build myself, how do I carve out this time and make it all about my son? I remember when we first took my son home, we were like, oh, we got such a quiet, like calm little baby. Like he's gonna be such a good baby. He just slept. He wasn't fussy at all. And it was just like, oh, this is so good. Like this is just gonna be a smooth process. And we were just so wrong. Like we were wrong. My son cried every day after the first day, very loudly and all the time, and always waking up and always crying. And I'm the only person that could probably really take it. His mom just couldn't take it. But I would put like my Beats headphones on that kind of cancels the noise out. And I would rock him and sing to him. And he would just keep crying. He didn't care. But, you know, I had more patience for it because, you know, after you carry a baby for 9 months, you probably just want some time to relax. So I was just excited like, oh, I got something I can, you know, help out with. But first day was great. Every day after that was like, yo. Being a new dad, we definitely had a lot of support back in my hometown of Philadelphia, which was great. My son's mother's mother, his grandmother, owned a daycare. My mom used to run a daycare back in the day, and they were just so happy to have another little one in the family. What would I like my family legacy to be? I come from a very musical family, and I would like to leave a legacy of the musical arts. My brother went to Juilliard. My other brother plays the viola. My other brother is a songwriter, rapper, producer. I'm a DJ. So I definitely want to leave a musical legacy in the family, but also ownership. Even if in music, I want my son to know that, you know, whatever craft he embarks on, I want him to embody the ownership part. I think when I was coming up, no one really pump that into my veins, and I see a lot of people in other cultures pump that into their children, like ownership. Whether you're doing music, you're doing real estate, make sure you're starting to own, and start to own young. You know, get your LLCs, you know, own your website, own your name, own your brand. So I really just want to push that. So whatever he does and whatever he, you know, jumps on creatively, ownership. If Legend had 3 words to describe me as a father, he would say strict. He always calls me mean. And loving, because I give my son like 10,000 hugs and kisses every day. The lessons I'm trying to teach my son right now is independence. I think that's very, very important, especially for a young man in this world, to not be relying on people and things. I feel like that's what makes men weak, when you are subconsciously relying on so many things. So, you know, having this love and support, but also knowing how to be independent, how to fend for your own, and how to be on your own is very important. Also try to teach him to be courteous and loving to women. I think that's important. He's picking that up, like, you know, it is okay to open a door. It is okay to get your mom flowers. Just little things like being kind to women. I want him to know that early. I want him to know to be in a giving spirit when it comes to the opposite sex. What else am I teaching my son? Really be good at math. You know, I'm not the best reader. I don't feel like I'm the most articulate person, but my dad was good at math. And I don't even know my dad, but they told me he was good at math. And now I'm seeing my son is picking up math, and I want him to be really good at counting numbers and having his business together. One mistake I don't want my son to experience is any sexual mistakes in all forms, as far as STDs, early pregnancy, rape, molestation. I just would love my son to not have to experience any of those, but you know, it's a real world, so you gotta educate them. My son's very bright, so I don't think he would, well, you never know. Hopefully he would never be the victim of any of these things, but also I don't want him to be the victimizer. So I gotta make sure I'm having these conversations often and really being an open book so he doesn't feel like he can't talk to me about anything. So yeah, all of those in that box. Once he learned that daddy has to work for money or mommy has to work for money, then he encourages us to work, and he's not so upset when we do have to work and sometimes we're not around, because I think he starts to get how that cycle works. I think what I want my son to know about the concept of money is, money is just a tool. Money doesn't equal happiness. Money doesn't make you better than somebody. What you do with your money, you're supposed to use to build and sustain yourself and your family. You know, use your money to help others and spread love. I just want to make sure my son knows I'm here for the long haul, and he can always count on me.